Last time was an end of an era. I finished the final tasks of the medium tier and rolled my very first one in the hards, ushering in a new era of more difficult tasks and much harder grinds. What are we waiting for? Say hello to my new Iron Man, where I'll be taking on RuneScape one random task at a time. How far can we go? Enjoy. Oh my god, it has been so long since I've logged in to this account 40 days ago. Rat jump scare, Jesus. Right, so last time I logged in, I finished the medium tier, and at that point I had just gotten sick, which turned into bronchitis. I was not doing great for a few weeks, and then once I felt better, it took me like another week or two to get the motivation to log in, so here we are, ready to take on the hard tier. I hope the plugin works and stuff. It's gotten a lot of changes since I last played. No active task, so I think it got rid of the task I rolled. Okay, I'm back. I think I fixed everything, got everything sorted. So yeah, with all the changes, and it has been like 40 days since I played, it did lose my task roll, which was 2 Hallowed Sepulchre uniques, which if we can find should be in here somewhere. I rolled it right when I finished the medium task, so we're gonna honor that. I did roll it after all, so that is our first goal of the hard tier. But you can already tell that the completion is back to easy because, you know, it's been so long. Varlamore Part 3 came out, and I'll have to play catch up, so we will deal with that after we finish the first task. So the Hallowed Sepulchre requires Sins of the Father right here. So that we got to go through the Vampire Quest series, Taste of Hope, which also has another requirement, Darkness of Hallowvale. So yeah, 3 quests, and these are good quests to knock out. But before that, we should talk about what I unlocked for finishing the medium tier. If you guys remember, when I finished Easies, that unlocked farming contracts, all that stuff, which was great. So I still have that, obviously, but I get even more for getting to the hard tier. I unlock the Mage Arena 2 cape, so I can go do that anytime. I'll probably go grab that when I have a relevant task, like I need mage gear or something. I can also unlock Like a Boss from the Slayer shop, so I can do boss tasks during Slayer, as well as when I get a task that can be a boss, I can do up to 35 kills per task. I get the ability to passively do BA to help other taskers with their tasks or friends that need it. Not really something I'm going to do that much, but if I do, I can use those points on high gambles, so that's cool. And then this final one is going to require some explaining. Ability to passively stack Elite and Master Clue caskets. Recently, the task community had a referendum to change how passive clues and stackable caskets work. Long story short, they made it where taskers are not allowed to stack beginners, easies, or mediums ever, and then you unlock the ability to stack hards, elites, and masters with tier completions. I flat out don't agree with this ruling. I was against it when it was getting voted on. I just think it's a little silly. So this is my account, this is my series. I'm going to just ignore this ruling, this change. I'm going to continue doing my passive clues how I've always done it, where I can complete clues as long as I have the requirements, and then I can stack them. So I'm going to just continue doing that. So I'm technically an unofficial tasker now. That is okay. I've been doing this account for fun, and I think the way I do it is way more fun. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be ignoring everything. Like, I do think using the tasker rules as a general guideline is good. But at the end of the day, guys, this is a made-up game mode. It does not really matter. Yeah, I think that covers pretty much everything. We are ready. Let's go do some quests. Editor Nooblet here. I just want to let you know that sailing is going to be in the task, but I'm pretty behind on YouTube, as you can tell. So it will be discussed and covered, but in future episodes. So, yay. I probably should do a farm run. Need to get back in the saddle. Future Rat will be very thankful. This is also the rest of my volcanic ash. So after this run, I'm going to go collect a bit more. Yeah, that'll do 3,000. I normally go here for like 1,000, but I don't like volcanic ash, so I won't have to be here for 3 times longer. I have been here for like 3 seconds. Leave me alone. And the first one done. I appreciate the experience. Not a good quest, though. I think for lamping, Herblore still makes the most sense, so we're just gonna Drop it in there. A taste of hope time. All right, on to the boss fight. Gear looking good. Ooh, sandwich lady. Not a baguette, but this square sandwich is gonna get me the kill. The best part about this is the Draken's Medallion. Finally, I can get to this area and it not be a slog. Dude, you really feel how bad it is during those two quests. Just like having to go to the hideout, Bird of Rot, like 48 times. And yeah, this is actually like a pretty decent bank. I don't know if it's my fastest bank, but it might be my fastest right now. But now it's time for the big one. Sins of the Father. Man, I forgot how long this quest is. But anyway, I am geared up for the final fight. And I just realized I actually have a use for the zombie helmet, which is a crush bonus helm. It's slightly weaker in the strength for compared to my berserker, but I don't think that's going to change my max hit. And the +8 is going to be very good. Because I remember this boss, you don't have the greatest accuracy. It just looks really silly, though. Oh, man. Got him! That was a lot easier than I remember. The only attack that sucks on here is the stare into darkness, where you have to react at light speed to avoid it. So a good tip, honestly, is just ignore that entirely. Just step back every time you see text. And yeah, you're probably not going to get hit. But yeah, they probably should make it where you get one extra tick to react, because it's probably the fastest attack in the game. It's always so good knocking out these big vampire quests. I'm really excited for the future. Vampires are probably my favorite faction in RuneScape, so cannot wait to see what they do with the sequel. Now this tome is a banger compared to the other ones. Like, not 2,000, not that crap. This is 15,000 times 6. So I get 90,000 Herblore XP. I appreciate this so much. 72, which is ranging potions. I don't have to boost for them anymore. And of course, with this completed, I have full access to Darkmire. So, you know, there's a couple benefits here for sure. I think the main one that everyone cares about are the Vampire Lords themselves. It's not something I'm going to be like AFKing a ton. You know, I'm a tasker, so it's not something I can just go and do. But when I do roll the Blood Shard task, which is in this tier, I can either do it from the Sentinels or the Thieving, so that'll be fun. I'm excited for that. But besides that, you know, we had to do this for the Hallowed Sepulchre, which is an agility minigame course thing. I've actually never done it. Well, I shouldn't say that. When it came out, I went and tried it, you know, when no one knew what they were doing, and I got to floor 2, and I got angry, so I left. Never went back. I literally have never really done this content, so it's always looked fun, but I'm kind of worried I'm gonna like suck at it. What I can say is the Sepulchre is separated into 5 floors, and each floor gets better experience, better drops, but you need higher agility levels. I can only go up to floor 3, so it's really not going to be that difficult. I'm pretty sure that the quote-unquote difficulty of this comes from 4 and 5. Yeah, I'm gonna go look up a few guides and knock out these uniques. So yeah, we're probably not gonna be here that long for these two. Oh, yeah, I gotta talk to the guy, of course. Blah, blah, blah. I watched a YouTube guide, man. I don't need to know what you're saying. You're useless. All right, here we go. And there is the first collection log, the Hallowed Mark. Maybe the first coffin is skippable. I didn't realize, like, my time would be really bad. I failed that coffin, like, 6 times. Oh, I'm wearing an unholy book. Oh, I saw that the guide had a holy book, so I figured it was just any god book. Okay, that makes more sense. This is a Saradomin area. Wow, new personal best 143. I think that's a world record. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I just teleported out. Turns out, yeah, I was supposed to bring a lockpick. I saw that people were bringing the strange lockpick, but I don't have one of those. I kind of forgot you could just do this instead. It's worse. The strange lockpick from here is better, but this will at least make the coffins a lot better and save me some time. So I gotta go figure out the ground markers because that was very annoying not having them. I even have all 4 pages for the book, so boom, got a holy book. Yeah, you just want to be wearing a Saradomin item because those magic obelisks at the end of floors actually like restore your energy and stuff. That's why I was struggling. I wasn't expecting the first run to go good, so it's alright. Now, obviously, from these early coffins, I'm not going to be getting crazy loot, but the main thing we're looking for, other than the small amounts of marks, are the pages. They're a flat 1 in 10 rate, and they are a collection log. Oh, I did it! Yes! We're not shit! Okay, it's definitely a bit simpler than it seems. You need 82 agility, so can't go any further. Oh, I am so stupid. I've been trying to figure out like how to leave, because I can't go to the next floor. So I'm like, do I really have to teleport every time? There's a right-click exit option. What the heck am I doing? I feel like I saw that earlier and it just didn't register. Now this is another way to get collection logs. In the shop, you spend these marks on different rewards. I've been told by a trillion people that the hallowed ring is the best thing first because it makes it so failures don't matter as much. Wait. Hold on, I almost forgot the rules. Remember, when it comes to shops, you always go for the cheapest thing first on the task. So, no, I am not getting the ring first because it's more expensive. We actually go and get the hallowed token, which is 10. So, we're going to buy that, which is a collection log. There we go. That is our 2 collection logs we needed for the task. So yeah, we get to go check off the task manually because I did have it, but the plugin deleted it for whatever reason. Boom. That's really cool. So it's like more automatic now. Sweet. Looking at this, it says we're 98% easy completed, and that's because since I last played, they added a bunch of new content with Varlamore Part 3, and with it, a bunch of tasks. So if we look at the easy tier, if it lets me scroll, I have to get 2 uniques from the Veil Totems minigame, and then also in the medium tier, there are 2 more, so we have to green log the minigame before we can continue the hard tier. But it's apparently not that hard, and should be pretty fun. And then we got to get 3 uniques from the new Custodian Stalkers, which are the new Slayer mob. I think this section will probably take the longest of the whole bunch, just because, RNG is RNG. And then we also have to get the stab equivalent to the sulfur blades. And once we get those done, we can get back to rolling the hard tier. So if we roll, it's gonna roll between those 2 Veil Totem tasks. Oh, whoa, no way, it's that. Yeah, it's a very simple minigame. All you do is you just build these totems, decorate them based on the spirits that you see, using different fletching items. I'm going to be doing U short bows because I'm 65 fletching, and then claim the offerings. Every 100 of these you can rummage, which gives you research points, which are the things that you need for the shop purchases, and there's actually a chance that I get one of those items from the rummaging as well. So it's going to be real quick. I talked to my friend, he said it was like 4-5 hours maybe to green log, so I'm excited. I really have neglected fletching on this account. You don't really need to do it very much, so nice to have a reason to train it. $67. What the heck, man? Been doing it for a little bit. I got up to 3,800 offerings, which would be 38 points. So we're just gonna go right through them. Oh, I got the Ent branch. Nice. I was thinking I'd have to go buy that from the oh, whoa! We got the bowstring spool too? What? Back-to-back collection logs just like that. Let's open up the rest. Okay, roots. I'll probably save the magic ones because you can use those to make antidote pluses. Yeah, the Ent branch, I was thinking I would just have to go buy it for 20, but hey, didn't have to do that. And the bowstring spool is 250 points. That's a decent amount, which I just saved all that time. So we're just going to be saving up for the next one, which is the knife. 350. I think the mask, yeah, 500. So yeah, I mean, there is still a chance we get these as a drop. Amazing, we got that. So the bowstring spool, yeah, kind of interesting. It stores bowstrings. I mean, maybe one day they'll make making bows worth it. It's just not really. Now for the Ent branch, you can turn them into, I don't know what these are. What matters is the atlatl darts. Before this, the only way to get these were from just more Moons of Peril runs, which, I'm kind of limited because I only go there when I'm on task. So this is like an alternative way to get these because I have the atlatl. This is going to be great. And yeah, we can go to the task dashboard, complete. We're going to roll it. And yeah, we got the other one, so we can complete that as well. Done with the easy tier once again. All right, now we just got the mediums to go. I'm already here, so I wouldn't mind it rolling the fletching again. Ah, yes. Okay, we're gonna go to the new Naguas. Oh boy, I just looked it up. I gotta go do the final Dawn quest, which who knew is the finale of this Varlamore series. I have all the requirements. The rewards are really good, so I'm glad we get to knock this out. Man, that was a really cool boss fight. Some of those mechanics were awesome, dude. That final enrage phase going in a circle, dude, it scratches my brain. That was great. I love that. Quest complete. Oh my god, there's so much here. Any levels? Yes, 69 thieving, 68 fleshing, and the lamp can go into any combat, including prayer. So, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Straight in, 55,000, puts us up to 64, nearly 65. I do unlock chivalry and piety in this tier, so that makes me excited. I also get the Arcan Blade, which I think is like basically a dragon scimitar, so I don't know if it'll have any uses for me. But hey, we now have access to this dungeon. I gotta figure out what the best way to kill them is. I do have the ice boppers from Amax Leatl, so maybe that's probably the best, because you do want like double hitting weapons. Hey, they've also added more Quetzal landing sites, so I have plenty of extra feed from all the Hunter Guild stuff I did, so I'm gonna go build those. The gear is looking fabulous. Now, this is going to be real chill because I'm actually going to be using the Moonlight Moths here. There are a couple spawns in the room, and then if I just go up through the portal, there's actually like 4 up there as well. So anytime I need prayer, I can just go grab those. I do have to put on my net because I can't barehand them yet, but I thought that would be better than using up prayer pots. So, and yeah, this is going to be way faster than the, original Sulfur Naguas, because those took forever. I had a safe spot with ranged back in the easy tier. This, I just get to chill with really good melee damage. The first level, 83 attack, nearly 100,000 an hour. So it's really good training. Yo, the Slayer update came out today. They rebalanced how Slayer points work, so they refunded me 450. That's actually so much considering I don't even have that much Slayer points to begin with. So that's awesome. Cannot wait to use that next time we go into a Slayer grind. And speaking of, I gotta go really far on Slayer in the hard tier. I think we go all the way to Araxor. That's a lot of levels. You didn't see it. I didn't die. This is propaganda. Oh, there it is. The Earthbound Tick Paddle. However the fuck you'd say that. Yeah, these are stab. Is that ever going to be useful? Maybe. Probably not. And of course, they are a double hit weapon, so you never know when that is going to be useful at future content, because they really like adding flat armor to things. Yep. Okay, I had a feeling. So these are the new Slayer mob that came out with Varlamore Part 3 as well. So if we check monsters, the weak ones, the mature ones, and the elder ones. There's 3 uniques to get, and I'm pretty sure the elders are the only one that can drop all 3, so we're probably just going to do them. And just reading the baseline stuff on the wiki, these sound really annoying. But first, we gotta go do a quest. Yeah, Shadows of Custodia. So, let's go do this one. Oh, and as for the commons, I got a good amount of ores. That'll be good. Some runes. Standard stuff. I also got 3 hard clues. I'm gonna go do those before the quest. Bro, I'm so happy that we have the Draken's Medallion now. Makes this step so much better. I mean, it makes a lot of steps a lot better. Such a good item. Oh, little cute guy. Quest done. That was extremely fast and yeah, very good experience. That's a common theme with these new quests. Every time you get really good experience. I'm trying to think as a mid-game player, early game player, all these quests make the earlier levels just that much easier. I like it. So apparently Prey Melee blocks pretty much all the damage, but they do have a special attack that I have to dodge, which is kind of suck if they're in multi-combat. Oh, yep, there's the special. You have started bleeding. Was that even avoidable? I don't know if that was avoidable. Now, these kills look like they're going to take a while. They have very low defense, negative/defense, so I'm almost always going to hit. That's great, but, 250 HP is no joke. This is definitely going to be a long process. There are 3 collection logs we're going for. The Broken Antler, the Alchemist Signet, and the Antler Guard. The first 2 are really, really common, honestly, so I won't have to worry too much. The Antler Guard is where it's going to take a while. 1 in 650 from these Elder ones. Unless I'm missing something, it looks like, yeah, we're just going to have to pray melee to take no damage and then just deal with the bleed. We'll just bring food and we'll just have to bank occasionally. That's okay. This doesn't seem as bad as the wiki made it sound. Instantly picked it up. Broken Antler. First drop of the 3 done. Complete. Are we just going to do more? Is the question. It's either this or the Veil Totems. And we go to the Veil Totems. They really just want me to keep jumping around. I mean, it's all in one area. If I leave this cave, I'm already at the totems. But anyway, the Broken Antler is pretty good to have because it's the second item that I need to make those Atlatl darts. I would imagine this next bout is going to be a lot longer than the first one because we got really lucky to spoon the spool. So I'll probably just grind this until I get a good amount of the Veil offerings for a decent opening. Maybe like 100. So that would be 10,000 offerings. So gonna be here for a couple hours. See you guys in a bit. 69 fletch. Big level 70. I can now make yew longbows, so I'm gonna get very slightly more fletching. The issue though is I'm like running out of yew logs. So I'm gonna have to switch to maple soon. Which sucks. It's gonna be less XP, less points per hour. But I gotta use what I have. 72. 73! Alright, I have been at it for a few hours now. This is a great activity, just to like turn your brain off, have a good time. It's really fun. Anyway, I got over 15,000 offerings, and I am pretty much out of yews, out of maples. You will not catch me using willows or oaks. It's terrible experience, terrible points. I don't think it's really worth it. Time invested, I guess, at my level. So we're going to hope for the best on these offerings. The best we can hope for is one of the drops, right? You know, if we get the knife or the mask, that would obviously save a lot of time. I'm hoping for one of the drops. There's no way, dude. That's amazing. We got the fletching knife. Okay. The great thing about that is that saves 350 points. But now we can just full save for the 500 if we get it on the way. Even better. But wow. I'm lucky at this place. I love it. So the fletching knife is really good. It makes it so fletching actions are one less tick. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, which is pretty useful. It's very good at Wintertod specifically, but you know, I am done with Wintertod on this account. I'll never go back. But if I ever have to cut logs, or it even works on stringing bows, I'm pretty sure. So like if that ever becomes a thing that I have to do, awesome that we have this. And I'm pretty sure it's good for the minigame itself. So the remainder will be great. Wow! We got another spool! Yo! Another spool? Another knife? What is this? I've opened like 100 points. Let me go to the shop, all right? I've opened like 100 rolls, and I've gotten 2 knives, 3 spools. I've opened 114 points worth. What? And that was the end. Yeah, the loot's really good. Let me show you the commons. It's just a lot of tree seeds. That'll be great for my contracts. A couple bird's nests, nothing crazy like that. Now, the cool thing is I can actually sell items back to the shop, and because these are duplicates, I have no reason to keep them. On a tasker, you always want to keep your collection logs though. Like I'm not allowed to like trade back in my first spool or my first knife, for example, but these are duplicates. I can do whatever I want with them. The spool is kind of interesting. It holds 250 strings, like it holds bowstrings. You can actually put duplicate spools into one, I think up to like 6 to increase this number. That's really cool and all, but I just don't think I'll ever use this item. And I'm going to be honest, 250 is already a lot. So I'm not actually going to do that. Maybe I'll regret this in the distant future, but we're going to sell this back. Look at this, 194 to 319. Sell this one for 444, and then sell this duplicate knife for 619. So we can buy the mask straight out. I'm done. I am done with the minigame. Wow. I just got that lucky. And then the remaining points I'm just going to spend on Ent branches, which are those darts. So that is the Veil totems done. And I just realized, technically, this mask was my next task roll, but I mean, we're going to get it anyway. So I kind of screwed up, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that was absolutely insane. That was the 600th clog as well. Overall, I am very happy with this minigame, activity, whatever you want to call it. But it is time to move on back to the Slayer creatures. We're looking for the Signet or the Antler Guard. I've gotten about like 25 kills so far since coming back. Got another Antler. I want to see a lot of these because of the potential darts. But I did find out something about how these stalkers work. I thought the bleed was random, but turns out it is not. It is not random. They always do the bleed attack when they are sub 20% HP. So the first attack that they do after passing 20% is going to be a bleed, and all you have to do is just pray mage. So if I want to pay a little bit more attention, I just put on pray mage, bam, they do their bleed, and we're good. I don't take any damage. The thing is, I'm praying so that I can pay no attention. So I'll probably do that occasionally, just to maybe save a little bit of food, make longer trips. But realistically, what I'm going to do is just keep pray melee and just bring food and bank. You know, I'm literally doing this on the side, just watching stuff. So it's cool to know, though, like if you wanted to do this with less supplies used. Ooh, that is a good drop. A Huasca seed. I got 3 of them, too. That might be the max roll. Yes, the second item, the Alchemist Signet. I got it at 57 kills, so just before the drop rate. Very cool. We're gonna check that off. And, of course, the last task is the last Custodian Stalker drop, which is the 1 in 650 Antler Guard. So we're gonna be here for a while. But this Signet's kind of cool. I can use it to open up a chest over at Master Mixology and get an assortment of Herblore loot. So I will probably stack up a few on the way, and I can do a little opening at the end. Oh yeah, like 10 kills later, I already have 2 extra. This is gonna be a good opening. You know, I have not recorded in a while. I'm sitting at 528 kills, so we're almost at the drop rate. No luck yet, but yeah, I was underestimating how like long these guys would take. It's like, I don't know, for me, 50 kills an hour. It's really not that much. Optimally, you'd be here with like a cannon, you'd be bursting, maybe even a Venator bow, but I don't have any of those things, so like one-on-one melee is just super slow. But that's okay, we'll get it done. I've done worse. And I've just not been paying attention. It's been like on my second monitor the whole time. So we've gotten 2 attack levels. I'm up to 85. Got an HP level last night. Yet another attack level, 86. Still here. 860 kills. Nah. I cannot get this item, but you give me a dragon spear? What a disaster. Oh, finally! The Antler Guard. Just before 1,000 kills. 997. Oh. It is equivalent to a Rune Defender in stats. So you can see it's like just slightly worse than a Dragon Defender. However, it is Tribrid, so it works for magic and range, and it has +5 prayer bonus. So like if I'm going to be AFKing something long term, it might be good to bring this because I most likely won't lose a max hit, and I only lose a little bit of accuracy. So like if I was going to do this grind over again, I might actually use the Antler Guard just because of the extra prayer. Either way, that is the Custodian Stalkers completed. We have all 3 uniques done. So let's go turn in these Alchemist Signets. I'm kind of interested to see what we get. Okay, it should be this chest over here in the Mastering Mixology area. We got 14 Signets. Yeah, you get a good amount of Herblore supplies, and it looks like you're guaranteed an Eldarium, which is one of the secondary ingredients that you can get from this minigame, and they're used to make some of the good potions, so nice to get them for free from this. Okay, I mean, it's decent. I wouldn't say it's like incredible Herblore stuff, but, you know, better than nothing. As for the other loot, you know, we walked out with 3,000 cannonballs, tons of rune arrows, almost 600 mithril bars. That'll be great for Giant's Foundry. 24 Huasca seeds. That is awesome. I probably should start farming those. And finally, we get to continue the hard tier once again. There's just so much in here. Like, I mean, I'm still scrolling, and there's so much barrows. I would love to roll barrows. We need tank gear. I wouldn't mind any of the Slayer ones if it's like a low level. If they roll like a Raxor right away, I'd be kind of sad. That's a lot of Slayer. Give me something fun. Oh! Okay, it is fun, but that's a little scary. I would have hoped to like maybe get some gear upgrades. Get 1 unique from Zulrah. Ooh, this could be tough, man. Unfortunately, we've gotten the easy ones, so this is actually going to be a unique. I have to get one of these 3. Wow. Ooh, this is gonna be a doozy.